All right, question eight's a general question. I know we said we would skip general questions and do the specific questions like 9, it's a specific line reference question, and go back to the general questions. But this is another one, another general question where we actually have already read the information. So we could actually do it, make an exception and go ahead and do it. Or if you feel more comfortable, you could do it at the end. But reading it, I remembered that it talked about how the narrator felt in lines, whatever, 34, 32 through 40. This is stuff we've already read when we were doing the piece by piece. We're reading it piece by piece. It says the narrator as a child viewed the work his parents did for Merchant and Merchant with a strong sense of what? So it says that, but let me confess that even as a child, I was insanely jealous of the city in which I was raised because it was my parents' other love. They loved each other good, they loved me very good, and they loved her, meaning Bombay, not so good. Bombay was my rival. It was on account of their romance with the city that they drew up that weekly list of shared parental responsibilities when my mother wasn't with me, when I was riding on my father's shoulders. And then if you read on, it talks about how the mom and dad were working at Merchant and Merchant. And the narrator was obviously jealous of that. They were working at Merchant and Merchant really to improve the city of Bombay. So the narrator was jealous of that. So with a strong sense of joy, again, we created our own answer. We said narrator was jealous. Now let's eliminate the answers that least match what we said. Strong sense of joy? No. The work provided the family with enough money to live extravagant lives? Absolutely not. Doesn't say that anywhere. Remember, the answer has to be stated in the passage in order for it to be right. No interpreting here. Fear? No, we said jealousy. The narrator knew his parents were often so exhausted they were careless about safety? Absolutely not. Jealousy? Yes. The work pulled the narrator's parents away from him and directed their attention to the city. I haven't pasted it here, but if you actually read 41 on, it kind of talks about um, his mom and dad's roles at Merchant and Merchant, how that kind of directed their attention. That's why they had to create the rota, the list of responsibilities, so each one could work for Merchant and Merchant. That was essentially constructing the city. So this one works. J, respect. Nowhere does he say that it's a strong sense of respect. He said jealousy. His parents were known for their quality workmanship throughout the city. Nowhere does it say in the passage that his parents were known for their quality workmanship. So if you can't tie the verbiage in the answer choices directly to verbiage in the passage, then it doesn't work. This H is the only one in which we can tie. We can say jealousy, yes, insanely jealous. The work pulled the narrator's parents away from him, yeah, because they had to share the responsibilities. It was on account of their romance with the city that they drew up that weekly list of shared parental responsibilities. And then if you read 40 through like 43, you see some more examples of that. So H is the only one that works. Let's look at 9. This is a specific example. As it is used in line 38, the phrase drew up most nearly means drew up. So let's pretend that wasn't there. It was on account of their romance with the city that they drew up that weekly list that, I guess in my own words, they made that list, wrote up the list, created the list, right? They made that list of shared parental responsibilities. Extended? No. Prepared the list. Yeah, that's like made or created. That's close. Let's keep that. Approached? No. Straightened? No. Again, don't jump directly to the answer choices. Cross it out, kind of look at the clues to see what it means and create your own answer, then go back. So 9 is B, prepared. So we'll finish up the rest of the problems in this passage in the next video. So I'll see you there.